How many know that at tax season, we know what a T1 general is, and we've heard of a T4. And as if the T4 isn't enough, we have a T4A and a T4AP and a T4A AOS. Students at tax time know all about the T2202, or the parents that deduct their tuitions know about it. We have an RRSP, we have an RESP, we have an RDSP, we have RIFs, RRIFs, RIFs, LIFs, LIRAs. And in 2009, as if this wasn't enough, the Government of Canada introduced the TFSA. Sounds a little bit like alphabet soup, doesn't it? I'm Blaine McDonald, and welcome to this video. I've created this video channel because I'm dedicated to help educating Canadians, and something near and dear to your heart, perhaps, money, finances. I would like to educate Canadians about their finances. And so it is that we come to the time of the video for a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Now, I'm a financial advisor, but this video and these videos are not intended to be understood as financial advice. There is no substitute for the personal approach. Your own specific needs need to be looked at individually. A good advisor can help you plan for a better financial future. With a simple chat with a good financial planner, they'll help you get back on track to accomplish your goals, financial goals, big and small. That said, I do want to explain a little bit about this vegetable soup, this alphabet soup. Let's delve into the stew, and I'll see if I can make some sense of this. If you like this video, please like it. If you like the channel, please do subscribe and share with a friend. We're trying to get the word out there that people can be able to see these videos and get financially educated. Let's see if we can make sense of the alphabet soup. A new client of mine said, and I quote, "I hate TFSAs. I got one at the bank, and a year later, it earned barely 1% interest. And I'll never get another one of those, I swear." You see, there was a problem here. The problem was a misunderstanding, and unfortunately, it's a common one. I helped him understand that the rate of return, or the innards of the soup, had nothing to do with the bowl itself. In this case, the bowl was the TFSA that holds them. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Let's say I had a bowl. Let's say it's a glass bowl. Could be any type of bowl, but let's say glass. What could I put in my bowl? Well, right away, as soon as I say that, many people think, well, obviously soup or stew, especially since I'm talking about alphabet soup and vegetable stew. But you could also put cereal in the morning, or dessert. Or some people have a glass dish with a candy jar. Or how about something not even food? I could put my keys in it. Many people put a glass bowl by their door, and they put their keys to their vehicle. Or you keep glass jar with change in it. Put your spare change in there and let it continue to grow. Or we could put soil in there, sand or soil. And in the soil, we could plant a plant. And it could be a small planter. I used to have a glass bowl with a fish, a betta fish in it. You get my point. The bowl is just the container for the contents, and we need to separate the contents from the bowl. Most of the alphabet soup acronyms are containers. They're some sort of a bowl. Let me explain a few of them. I mentioned the TFSA. TFSA is a tax-free savings account. The TFSA is a Government of Canada registered program that began in 2009. It is a way for individuals who are at least 18 years of age or older that have a valid social insurance number, a SIN number, to set money aside tax-free throughout their lifetime. Now, the term savings account is maybe just where my client got mixed up. And I'm sure many Canadians do get mixed up. You see, his tax-free savings account was a bank account. The soup, the contents, was a regular, everyday bank savings account. Well, no wonder it didn't grow over the course of the year. If he had, say, the same bowl, a TFSA even, in a Canada savings bond even, it would have likely done better. Contributions to a TFSA are not deductible for income tax purposes, but the interest earned within the TFSA is never taxed. Got it? No tax benefit going in, no tax hit on the way out. Let's look at another bowl. The RRSP is a common one, a Registered Retirement Savings Plan. An RRSP is a retirement savings plan, with the key word there being retirement. It's meant for the long haul. It's meant to be kept until you retire. The plan is registered with the government, and you or your spouse or common law partner contribute, for which you then get a tax deduction. Any income that you earn within the RRSP is exempt from tax as long as that it stays and remains in the plan. However, when you take money out of the plan, you generally have to pay tax when you receive payments out of the plan. Got it? Tax break going in, principal gains, taxable coming out. Let's talk about a couple of other bowls, very similar to the RRSP. The RESP, that is a Registered Education Savings Plan. Parents or grandparents can contribute for tax benefit, for which the child can then use for post-secondary education when that time comes. If the time doesn't come, the child doesn't go to school, that can be converted into an RRSP. An RDSP is a Registered Disability Savings Plan, and this is a special plan similar to an RRSP for people who are certifiably disabled. Canadians to be able to put away and save for their retirement. Bowls, containers. Let me shift gears here for a second. Investments come in all shapes and sizes. Here's a few grouped with the idea of risk. Now, before we get into the investments themselves, I just want to say about risk. Risk itself is about the security or volatility of the money. Imagine if you gave me a bag of money and I said, I guarantee to you, you won't lose a dime. But I'm not paying you interest. A year later, I give you that same bag of money back. Well, it was a very low risk because I guaranteed it wouldn't lose money, but it didn't gain very much anyway. Higher volatility, perhaps less security, and a higher chance of gain or returns. And so I've grouped these investments just to give you an idea of the contents of the soup bowl according to risk. First of all, low risk. What do I mean by low risk? The secure deposits within a limited downside. So there's security in the investment itself. They're secure, they're safe, but there's little chance of big returns. Example of these would be bank accounts, guaranteed investment certificates or GICs, money market funds, and annuities. How about medium risk? By medium risk, I mean it might lose money, but over the long term, it would overall gain. So in the short term, it will lose money or could lose money, but over the long term, it will gain more. These would be indexed mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, or commonly referred to as simply ETFs. Managed mutual funds, corporate bonds, preferred shares, and individual stocks. And then lastly, high-risk investments. This means that there is a chance that your investment could go down as far as zero and be eliminated altogether. This would be penny stocks, cryptocurrency, peer-to-peer lending, etc. So, as you can see, I solved the problem for my client. Now he understands. He had a good soup bowl, the TFSA, but the soup inside of it didn't match his risk tolerance. RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Program. The RESP and RDSP and the TFSA, and there's many, many more. They are the container or the jar, the soup bowl, if you will. The soup itself, well, as I said, that's more for another day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell and you'll be notified of more videos as they come out and become available. Thanks so much for watching.